How bad is Auston Matthews' injury? The Leafs won't tell us specifically, but we do know that it's now bad enough he's decided to leave the continent to get treatment. Here's our insider, Chris Johnston, with more on the story. CJ, what's the latest on Auston Matthews going overseas to get treatment?
Well, let's be clear. The injury itself didn't get any worse, but, the Leafs have taken advantage in Auston Matthews with their break-in schedule. They're in a very light phase here right now to give him the chance to go to a world-renowned clinic in Germany, a place that I'm told he sought treatment in the past. He's been accompanied by a team doctor as well as he's gone over there. And this is not anything to do with surgery or a setback in Auston Matthews' recovery, but more an opportunity for him to get an additional treatment that the Leafs and the player hope will get him back on the ice sooner rather than later. And so nothing's necessarily changed in Matthews' recovery, but the fact that he's gone to a place that we've seen a number of athletes in different sports go to certainly is notable.
But the timeline, CJ, he went from day to day. It's now 16 days and counting. He's gone overseas, so he's not going to be back anytime soon. Do we have any sense of a new timeline or the specifics of the injury at all?
Well, I'd say the new timeline is still sort of consistent with what we've thought, in that once he's returned from Germany, there's a hope that Matthews will be in a position where he can resume skating. It's been a little time here since he's been on the ice, and so obviously once he gets back doing that, there's going to be a bit of a ramp-up period before he can return to play, skating on his own, skating with teammates, taking contact, the normal things you see when a player does come back from injury. So obviously that takes him out of Wednesday's game. I don't think he'll be playing Sunday this week when the Utah Hockey Club visits Toronto. But beyond that point in time, there is some hope that after getting the treatment in Germany and Auston gets a chance to resume skating again, that he will be back in the Leafs lineup sometime next week.
And now more big injury news involving the league's superstar goal scorers. After 15 goals in his first 18 games of the season, Alex Ovechkin on a pace for 68 goals this season. More importantly, on a pace to break Gretzky's all-time goal-scoring record in February. Now he's gone week to week with the leg injury he suffered in the collision with Jack McBain last night. Any word on the extent of his injury, CJ?
Well, the Capitals don't yet have the extent at this point. They were wrapping up that West Coast trip that they were on in Utah when he suffered this injury. And so, Ovechkin will get further evaluation when they're back in D.C. tomorrow. But I think there is maybe a small sigh of relief here, just because when you saw that collision between McBain and Ovechkin, I think that there was some initial concern it might be a knee injury that he sustained. Instead, it's one to his lower leg. And so, week to week is by no means good news, but it probably could have been worse, I would say. And we sort of await to see the exact timelines that we're looking for Ovechkin to get back. But one thing to note, in addition to his prolific goal scoring, I'd say one of the hallmarks of this guy's career is that he's been remarkably durable. Ovechkin has not missed much time. He's been a quick healer when he's been injured in the past. And so, we'll see how long the goal chase is on hold for here. But, it wasn't maybe as bad as it initially looked when he suffered that injury on Monday night.
When Ovi went into this season, we were wondering whether or not he could break Gretzky's record this year, and we said he would need two things: to get back to his old goal-scoring prowess and to stay healthy. Well, he did the first. He's back to his old prowess, and now big question marks around his health. Hockey Insider, Chris Johnston.